Okay, we can get started and we'll come onto our backs. Let's start today with the soles of the feet together and the knees out. And we can have the hands facing up, out on the ground, or if you prefer, you can gently rest your hands at your inner thighs. See if you can imagine a weight resting on the inside of both knees. And just feeling your body settling into this position. Letting everything relax. Unwind. Finding your breath inside the stillness. And begin to deepen the breath, letting it fill into the belly, broaden across the ribs, and lift at the heart. Really taking your time to complete the breath on the inhale and the exhale. And then take the arms overhead, stretching long, just seeing if and how that may affect the fullness and the flow of your breath. And then lift the arms straight up into the air. Lift the knees and lift the feet to the height of the knees. Take a breath in and then exhale and reach up through your hands, lifting your head off the ground. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Now you can continue like this. If this feels too hard, you might bring your feet back on the ground. If it feels too easy, you can straighten your legs and bring the arms overhead on the inhale, and then bend again and lift up toward the ceiling on the exhale. And if you want to make it harder still on the inhale, don't lower your head down. Just straighten the legs and the arms, coming into a boat pose. And then exhale. So we're not exhaling forward, but lifting up toward the ceiling with the hands and the heart. Working those upper abdominal muscles. Let's do 3 more. Then hug the knees into the chest. And just gently roll your head from side to side. And then keeping the feet at the height of the knees, we'll work the mid-abdominal muscles. And this time we'll exhale and we'll crunch forward. And again, you can make it harder if you want by straightening and extending and then crunching forward. And when you straighten, you can bring the head to the ground, or if you want to work harder and your neck doesn't mind, mine does, but if yours doesn't, you can keep the head off the ground on the inhale as well. And if you want to not work as hard, just stay with the legs bent and just come up and down. Exhaling up, inhaling down. And 3 more. And knees to chest. And again, it might feel good to roll your head. And you can make that a mindfulness practice, closing the eyes and really tracing the point of contact between your skull and the ground as it moves from side to side. Beautiful. Come back to center, and then we'll work the lower abs. Starting in the same position, and try to tuck your tailbone up and lower, touching the heels down, and then come back up. See if you can add a little bit of extra juice by not just lowering the heels, but really trying to keep the lower back flat, pressing down into the ground as you do so. You're also not lowering by just bending the knees all the way. You're keeping that right angle with the legs. 3 more. And hug the knees. Gently rock your head from side to side. And then finally, we'll work those obliques, the muscles on the sides. And again, we'll start in that same position, and I'll give you some options. So option 1 is to lift and reach to the left. Inhale, center, reach to the right. Option 2, if your neck doesn't like that, you can hold behind your head and switch and switch and switch and switch. You can also come down in between, one side down, other side down. And then if you want to make it harder, you straighten the opposite leg. So when you're coming to the right, straighten the left. Takes a little coordination. It's good for the brain. Two more on each side. And relax. Hug the knees in. Roll your head. Come back to nice, slow, deep breaths. Beautiful. Bring your head back to center, and we'll take the feet down and have them be as wide apart as they'll go. Take hold of opposite elbows so you're creating a square with your arms. Take a breath in here at the center, and then when you exhale, drop the knees to the right and the elbows to the left, and turn your head to the right. Inhale through center, exhale other side. Continue like that at your own pace. And the next time the knees come to the left, hold there, release the arms, lift your head and just look and make sure that your right knee is straight down from your right thigh, not wider, not narrower, straight down, and that your right foot is level with your knee. So creating another right angle there. Good. And then you can stay like this, or if you want more of a stretch and it's comfortable for you, you can place your left foot on top of your right thigh. And then we'll take the right arm overhead and reach long, breathing in as you reach out of the fingertips, relaxing as you exhale. And you can experiment with trying to curl the outer edge of your right foot toward your right knee. Turn the arm. And then keep your left foot on your knee if it's there. We'll bring the right foot down. And then if your left foot was not already on your thigh, bring it onto your thigh. Good. And then lift that right leg, clasp the hands behind it, flex both feet. And then when you exhale, push your right foot toward your left foot. Take your time with your in-breath. Keep your foot where it is, but release your hands and bring your right foot down. Either place your hands on the ground, facing down beside your hips, or if you like working harder, you can bring the arms up in the air, palms facing each other. We're going to press into that right foot and lift the hips off the ground. Pressing down firmly. And then kind of feel like you're pushing your right foot a little bit away from you to help lift the hips and the tailbone a little more. Stay with your breath. And release down, arms down if they were up. And then step that left foot out to the side. And then let the knees drop to the right. Again, lift and make sure that the left knee is straight down from the left hip and that the foot is straight out to the side of the knee so you have a right angle. And if you like putting the right foot on your left thigh, go ahead and we'll all take that left arm overhead. Stretching long as we breathe long and deep. Curling that outer left foot toward the left knee. Breathe as though you're breathing from your knee to your fingers. See if you can feel like the skin spanning across your left ribs is being stretched. And then breathing deeply, stretching it even more. Opening that space between the hip bone and the bottom rib with your breath. And then bring the arm back down. If the foot is on the knee, leave it there. Lift the left knee up, and if you need to place the foot on it, go and do that now. And then lift the foot, clasp the hands behind the back of your left leg, flex both feet, breathe into the whole body. And when you exhale, press the left foot toward the right foot. See if you can feel yourself relaxing with each exhale. Release the hands, bring the foot down. Have the hands down by your hips or up facing each other. And then press into your left foot and lift your buttocks. Push slightly forward with the left foot, lifting the tailbone. Breathing in and out deeply. Whatever you feel, see if you can not resist or not struggle. The muscles are working, that's fine. Just see if the muscles can work and you can stay relaxed. The slower the breath, the easier that is. You can consciously relax your brow and your face. Maybe bring a slight smile to the mouth. It's kind of hard to be stressed and smile at the same time. And release down. If the arms were up, relax them down. Release the foot. And then just take the feet just a little wider than the hips so that you can rest the knees together. Feeling both the work that you've done and the relaxation you can enjoy. And then lift the feet off the ground, cross the ankles. We're going to rock lengthwise on our spine and rock all the way over the feet onto the hands and knees, all in one motion. Flipping all the way over. Beautiful. We'll start in a table position, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. You can be on fists if your hands like that better. And we'll gaze down at the ground. And then inhale, reach the left arm and the right leg out. Exhale down. Switch. Take your time. Go slowly. Let's do one more on each side. And relax back into your table. Let's take the hands a little bit forward in front of the shoulders. And then when we inhale, we'll bring the hips down and lift the chest up. And then exhale in one fluid motion, sending the hips back, coming into a dolphin pose. And as always, since it's Tuesday, those who feel the need to work harder, instead of this, you can do an upward dog and a downward dog, letting the hips remain off the ground as you inhale on the tops of the feet and curling the toes under, and exhale, lifting the hips and just flipping over the feet or staying in dolphin in that nice kind of smooth, fluid motion. Feels good to the body. At least it does mine. And you can see how you're also building strength in your arms as you come forward without touching the chest to the ground. You might feel that in your triceps, maybe a little bit in your chest muscles. Yeah. Yeah, one more. And then coming into a Mecca position for a moment here, arms out, hips back, walking the hands over to the right, placing the right hand on the ground beside you, really pushing into the floor to send that left hip back, and then inching out of the left fingers, getting nice and long again on that left side. Maybe breathing into that left kidney. And then take it over to the other side. Pressing firmly into your left hand, sending your right hip back, and reaching out through the right fingers, through the ribs, inflating with each nice deep inhale. Maybe noticing that you lengthen as you relax with the exhale. And then come back to center. Lift back up onto hands and knees. Bring the elbows to the ground. And then create a diamond with your index fingers and thumbs and place that on the ground. Elbows will be shoulder width apart. Curl the toes under. And then inhale and lift the knees. Press the fingers together and push them forward, sending your chest back in the direction of your thighs. Let your head relax down. Keep the forearms pressing forward. And then push down into the heels. Separate your hands. See if you can lift your elbows simultaneously, not one at a time, as you come up into downward dog. Good. And then continue to press forward with your hands. Back with your thighs, down with your heels. Roll the elbows down to face the ground. Let the head drop. Press into the index fingers and thumbs, pushing forward. And then smooth the breath over the body. Inhale and lift the right leg up. Hold the leg up, flex the foot, and keep the right hip level with the left hip. And push into the hands and really send that right heel back. And we're going to lower the hips down, coming into a plank, keeping that right leg off the ground. And then inhale, lift the leg up again. Exhale, look forward and step the foot up between the hands. Keeping the back heel on the ground. Lift your body up. And then we'll take the arms up and come into a Venus lock with the thumbs interlaced, the fingers spread wide. And then straighten your back leg as much as you can, really pushing back into your left heel. And then sink down and aim your tailbone for your right knee and pull your hands apart. Inhale and open the arms out to the side. Exhale and turn your body to the right, looking back at your right hand. Keep pressing back through your left heel. As you inhale, feel the breath spreading from hand to hand across your chest. As you exhale, turn the belly and the ribs. Good. On your next exhale, see if you can bring your hand down to the ground on the outside of your right leg. If not, just hook that elbow over. If your hand is down on the ground, your other arm will come up. If your hand is not on the ground, then you'll take Anjali Mudra namaste at your heart center, pressing the right hand down into the left hand. So you can decide which one works best for you. Keep your left heel pressing back. Keep your breath deep and slow. And then release both hands to the floor. Step the right foot back to downward dog. Lift the left leg up, flexing the foot, keeping the hips level, head down, right heel down, ribs toward the right thigh. Steady, slow breath. Slowly lower the hips down, coming into a plank with that left leg still off the ground. If that's too much for you, you can have the foot on the ground. If it's still too much, you can come into a modified plank with the knees off the ground. Just make it your own. There's no competition. There's no better way of doing it. Whichever way is right for your body is the practice. And then on an inhale, lift the hips and the leg up again. Exhale, look forward and step the foot up between the hands. Keeping the back heel off the ground. Lift your body up. And I'm sorry I didn't tell you to make a note of how you hooked your thumbs last time, but just do whichever one you're not inclined to. So see which way you want to go automatically and then switch it. Drop your hips as low as you can. Press your right heel back really strongly, straightening that leg, and then pull the hands apart. Find the breath. Relax. Again, it's not about working. It's about challenging yourself by doing the variation that brings you to your edge and trying to stay calm with it. Good. Open the arms out to the side. Exhale, turn to your left, looking back at your left hand. Breathing from hand to hand. Exhaling and turning the belly and the ribs. Keep pressing back with your right heel. Good. And then if you can, bring that right hand all the way to the ground and the left arm up. And if not, just hook the elbow, bring the palms together and press the left hand into the right hand. Gazing up and back. Finding breath. Staying steady in your heart and your mind. Bring the hands to the floor. Step back into one last downward dog. Or you can take child's pose if you're needing to rest. Listening to your body. Imagining like you're folding your lower ribs onto your upper thighs. And then we'll tilt that left foot, so we'll bring the heel in, angling the foot a bit. Look forward and step your right foot kind of behind your right hand. And then walk your hands back, straightening your right leg. For many of you, the hands will no longer touch the ground. They can just hang, or they can rest on your shin, or if you have props, that's great. You can do that. We want to try to drop the left hip down and pull the right hip back. Longer, slower breaths. Scooping the lower belly in toward the spine on the exhale. Then lift the back heel. Walk your hands forward. And then lift that left leg as high as you can, folding yourself over your right leg as much as you can. And then if you want to balance, you can maybe bring your left hand to the back of your right leg, or you can see if you can lift both hands off the ground. And then bring the hands down, step the leg back, step the right leg back, have that foot at an angle, and step the left foot up behind your left hand. Walking your hands in, straightening your left leg, relaxing the torso over that straight leg, letting the head release down. And then tilt your pelvis so that the right hip comes down and the left hip pulls back. And scoop the lower belly in and up on the exhale. Trying to relax the upper body over the leg. Lift the back heel, walk the hands forward. Lift the right leg all the way up as high as you can, folding over your left leg. Maybe doing it one-handed or no-handed. Stay slow and deep in your breath. Calm in your mind, even as the body's working. Bring the hands to the ground, step the right foot up beside the left foot. Inhale, lift your chest, bringing your hands to your legs, looking forward. Exhale, folding over. Let's do that 2 more times. Kind of arching the back. Inhaling, relaxing over. One more. And then you can let the arms go. You can be more active with the hands, placing them at the back of the legs, the calves or the thighs, or you can tuck the hands under the feet, pulling the hands out from under the feet as you exhale. Or just have a passive forward bend like a ragdoll hanging. Try to straighten the legs. And then bend your knees and slowly roll yourself up. Reaching the arms up. Inhale. Exhale down. Just standing in stillness. And letting your weight shift into your left foot. Turn the right palm to face out. Open the eyes. Find one spot to fix your gaze on. And let your eyes rest there. And then lift your right foot and place it in your hand with your hand still facing out. So your hand is coming over the top of the foot from the inside to the outside. The left arm comes up, press down into the left foot and lengthen up through the left hand. And then as you exhale, start to kick the foot back, reach up through the left pinky. Spread the breath long through the body. Watch your mind. Body may fall. Don't let the mind fall out of the posture. Release down. Close the eyes. Check in with how you're feeling, what you're feeling. Start to feel the right foot sinking down. Gently open the eyes. Turn the left palm out. And then place the foot in the palm. So the palm is still facing out. You're holding on from the inside of the foot to the outside of the foot. And then lift the arm up. And then begin to kick the foot back. Steady your breath, steady your eyes, steady your mind by feeling your breath. And all of that will help to steady the body. And release. Close the eyes. Seeing what you feel. how you feel. And with soft knees and chin to chest, we'll slowly roll down all the way onto the buttocks. Hands to the knees, rock lengthwise on your spine. We'll bring the feet all the way overhead toward the ground behind the head, bringing the hands to support the hips. If the feet do touch the ground, you can roll the shoulders under and then clasp your hands together. If your feet do not touch the ground, please leave your hands on your back to support you. And if your feet touch the ground, you can press your thighs toward the sky. And then bend the knees toward the forehead. If your hands are clasped, let them go. And then slowly lay your spine back down onto the ground, letting your hands come under your hips as you lower the straight legs slowly to the floor. Once your feet come down, release your hands, bend your knees, tuck your tailbone, release your legs and shake them out. If you're using an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes now. We'll have the arms out to the side with the palms up, taking a deep breath in through the nose. Exhaling out of the mouth, sinking the body into the ground. Inhale through the nose. Out through the mouth, releasing the jaw, slightly parting the lips. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, washing away the activity of the mind. Coming right to the feeling of the breath. And letting go of any effort to breathe. So we spend like 50 or more minutes practicing to breathe deep and slow. And then we just let go of that effort. Breathing however the breath happens to come. Rest your mind on the feel of the breath. See if you can be present for the breath without interference, without even judgment, without evaluating. Just to know the breath, just as it is, uniting with it, with your awareness. Deeply relaxed, letting go, letting go, letting Breathe into your heart. Move fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest and rock from side to side. Feeling the ground massaging your back. Come center, bring the soles of the feet together, the palms together, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. Roll over onto either side, resting your head on the underside arm, resting your body on the ground, resting your mind, and all the benefits you can feel from your practice today. Maybe bringing a sense of gratitude for your effort and for your ease, for listening to your body. Slowly bring yourself up, letting your head come up last, sitting any way you're comfortable, sinking down into the sit bones, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, the hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Chin to the chest. Namaste.